Hello everyone, I am Simran Kaur from Shiv Jyoti Educational Group. Today let's have a recap of chapter 1, crop production and management. You have already read this chapter. We will discuss it in briefly. In part 1 we will cover introduction, crops and basic practices of crop production. In part 2 we will see the remaining basic practices of crop production, green revolution, crop rotation, mixed cultivation and food from animals. Now we know that like plants, we are not able to grow our own food, we are not able to make our own food, so we are dependent on plants. And to fulfill that need, the human, we started growing plants. So that practice of raising plants, not only plants but also rearing animals for food and other useful products is known as agriculture. Now what are crops? You have seen fields. In the field we grow only same type of crop. If we are growing wheat, then there will be the plant of wheat only. So same type of plants being cultivated at one place on a large scale is called a crop. You can see this is a crop of, let's say, wheat. Okay. So this field on which we are growing crop, that is known as agricultural field. Now we have two types of crops, kharif crops and rabi crops. Based on the climatic conditions, we have divided into two types. These crops are grown during rainy season because these crops require plenty water. It is grown during the months of June to September. Example of these crops are maize, paddy, and this crop is harvested at the end of monsoon, means during October or November. Whereas rabi crops, these crops are grown during winter season. Months are October to March. Example of these crops are wheat, gram, and it is harvested at the end of winter season, means from April to May. Now before growing plants, we need to follow few steps. Those steps are known as practices of crop production. So here is a list of basic practices which are involved during crop production. We will look at these one by one. First is preparation of soil. Like before giving exam, you prepare for it first. So similarly, before growing crop, before growing plant, we need to prepare what? We need to prepare soil. In preparation of soil, three steps are involved. First is plowing, means loosening and turning of soil, means breaking the soil. And what is the benefit of plowing? It creates more space in the soil, means we are aerating our soil, which helps in the proper growth of plants. By using these tools like this is wooden plow, hoe, cultivator, we can do plowing. Second step is leveling. After plowing, what we do? We make the surface even, we make it uniform. So the surface of the soil is made uniform after plowing it, that is known as leveling. And what do we use? We use leveler to level the soil. Then third step is adding manures and fertilizers. Manures are organic substances, whereas fertilizers are chemical substances. What is the role of manures and fertilizers? They increase the fertility of soil, which promotes the growth of plants. Then after preparation of soil comes selection and sowing of seeds. Like before purchasing any product, you check for its quality first and then you purchase it. Same goes for seeds also. Good quality seeds are selected. Seeds should be sown at right distance and right depth, because if we will sow them close to each other, then there will be competition for water, air, sunlight, for space, and they will not grow properly. So right distance and right depth is important while sowing seeds. Methods of sowing seeds. One is broadcasting. This is manual method. In broadcasting, we scattered seeds on the fields. This is seed drills. Seeds are sown at particular distance through this pipes, you can see. Then third is transplantation. There are few plants which cannot be grown directly in the field. So we grow them first in the nursery and then we transfer that plant to the field. Example is paddy, that is transplantation. After selection and sowing of seed comes irrigation. Like us human beings, plants also require water. So watering plants is known as irrigation. Supply of water to crops at different intervals is known as irrigation. And what are the sources of irrigation? From where do we get our water to irrigate our plants, crops? From wells. If you have seen in the villages, they use water from the wells, ponds, rivers, dams. Now traditional methods of irrigation. We do not prefer these methods nowadays, but earlier people used to follow these methods. First is moat or pulley system. In this they used to use this pulley and the bucket was attached to this pulley and they lift up that bucket and they drawn water from that bucket. The next is chain pump. You can see here is a chain, it keeps on moving and you can see buckets are attached to these chains. And here is the water source. When it goes upside, then this bucket gets emptied in this, you can say any well or any reservoir, you can say. Then another method is Dhekli system, in which we use a wooden log to pull up our bucket filled of water. The next is Rahat system. Again a wheel is used to which so many buckets are attached. As we rotate this wheel, when it goes the downside, means when it gets immersed in the water, this bucket gets filled with water, and when it comes the upper side on the top, this water gets emptied on this vacant land. Now next is modern methods of irrigation. First modern method is drip irrigation. In modern method, in modern technique, we are saving water, okay? And whereas in case of traditional methods, lot of water was wasted. So in drip irrigation we use long pipes and at particular distance holes are present, and these holes are present at the tip of the root of plant. So water is given to the roots of plants directly, drip by drip, drop by drop. Second is sprinkler irrigation, or we call it artificial rainfall. You can see a pipe is there and to which rotating nozzle is connected, and it looks like, it resembles like artificial rainfall. Next is furrow irrigation. In this type of irrigation we make ridges and furrows. You can see this upraised part, this is ridge on which we grow our plants, and these are furrows in which water is supplied. The next is basin irrigation. We create a basin here, means crops are immersed in the water, standing water. Example where you can see basin irrigation is paddy. In growing paddy we use this type of irrigation, basin irrigation. Now after irrigation comes weeding. Now you have seen along with our main crops, few unwanted plants also grow there, and removal of those unwanted plants is important. Why? Because if they are growing along with our main crop, means they will take their food, their water, space, sunlight, so they will create a competition over there. So they are not required by us. Removal of those unwanted plants is known as weeding. Those removal of unwanted plants. What are the methods of weeding? By tilling, like during tilling when we turn up the soil, those weeds get removed. The next is manual method. By using harrow we can remove those plants, or by using chemicals, chemical method, by using weedicides. Weedicides is a chemical substance which is sprayed on the fields and which kill or we can remove those unwanted plants. So in this part we will discuss only these practices, remaining practices we will discuss in our next part. Thank you.